radar, sir. It appears to be jammed.
In a world where directors may outlive movie making itself, a 10,000-year-old man will return for a cash grab 4 decades in the making.
We asked, what do the fans want? But instead, we're making this movie.
So while we wait, let's return to the classic that made a mockery of Star Wars long before J.J. Abrams ever had the chance.
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
Spaceballs, the honest trailer. Mel Brooks lovingly took down 30s monster movies, westerns, and Hitchcock films. Now, he's parodying something he has zero respect or affection for.
God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2 to search for more money.
In this masterpiece that somehow captured the look of the original trilogy, the dialogue of the prequels,
Once we kidnap the princess, we can force her father, King Roland, to give us the combination to the air shield, thereby destroying planet Druidia and saving planet Spaceball. Everybody got that?
and the bullshit of the sequels.
That's what this says. I'm an honest-to-God prince.
Honestly, Star Wars should owe them money. They laid out the whole blueprint.
When did we get to Disneyland?
Planet Spaceball faces a major crisis. They've got a shortage of oxygen, but a surplus of assholes.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo!
The plan is simple. Steal the air.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
To steal the air. In a plot that's less goofing on Star Wars than it's about the rubes who give Star Wars their money.
Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs the flamethrower.
I would totally buy that. The Ballheads are led by President Brooks, spelled backwards.
Hail Screw!
Not the first politician to regret building a wall.
President Screw!
What is it?
President Screw! President Screw!
I told you never to call me on this wall.
He's delegating the Princess Heist to Dark Helmet, Rick Moranis' perfect blend of Darth Vader and Rick Moranis.
What? You went over my helmet? Lone Star. Lone Star! I can't breathe in this thing!
He'll draw upon the mystic power of the Schwartz to bend the fourth wall to his will.
How can there be a cassette of Spaceballs the movie? We're still in the middle of making it.
Like Deadpool from when you didn't need abs to do comedy.
He did it.
And in the Grand Moff Tarkin role is Colonel Sanders, who's basically the only non-celebrity in the film. Even the dinks had Tony Cox and were voiced by Phil Hartman. This guy is the voice of Yakko and Pinky.
Not a thing, sir!
Guarding this galaxy is Lone Star, a Han Solo type who may not have a son, but is still all about the Benjamins.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a load of money.
He's joined by John Candy as Barf, who's half man, half dog, and 100% committed to this stupid bit.
What she think this is, a princess cruise? Hey. Give me paw.
Hope we never learn the backstory for his parents, though. Ugh. Daphne Zuniga stars as a sci-fi Gracie Abrams,
I don't have to put up with this. I'm rich.
who turns a one-note spoiled princess bit
Nobody talks to me that way. Nobody! Nobody!
into a two-note Druish sounds like Jewish bit.
That's all we needed. A Druish princess.
Funny. She doesn't look Jewish.
And Joan Rivers shines, literally, as Dot Matrix, who's like 3PO if he were programmed to save virgins,
That was my virgin alarm.
instead of just be one.
How rude.
The stage is set for an epic adventure, but the runtime goes to plaid at just 90 minutes with credits.
Okay, here we go. The short version.
So thrill as they mostly fight the clock to save Vespa,
I will not be rescued in such filth.
speedrun an enemies to lovers arc,
You are ugly when you're angry. I love you.
I love you.
sneak in a few quick reps with the Schwartz,
You're doing it!
The Schwartz, it's working!
and tie it all up with time for an Alien and Looney Tunes finale for good measure.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yeah, it's funny now, but as a kid who wasn't allowed to watch Alien, this was oddly terrifying. So prepare for a comedy that'll always be relevant to Star Wars fans.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
And forever be stuck in the 1980s.
Too bad this isn't the wide world of sports.
That was pretty good for Rambo.
We call it Mr. Coffee.
That's still pretty timeless thanks to its mix of dumb puns anyone can enjoy
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
and the things you only got on your 50th rewatch.
Ready, Kafka?
Oh, because it's about to metamorphosize. I read books, but in all honesty, this movie mostly had one thing on its mind, and it ain't sci-fi.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Say goodbye to your two best friends. And I don't mean your pals in the Winnebago.
Stop fucking up my can.
Watch where you're sticking that thing.
Snotty beamed me twice last night. It was wonderful.
Oh, your helmet is so big.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Suck.
Nothing, Mom. Just watching a movie for work, I swear. Starring Bill Fly, the Defiance Guy, Wagons East, Suddenly Scheme More, Big Balls, Rain the Virgin, Oi Robot, Coloring Brooks, Chick-fil-Aid, Deloise with Extra Cheese, Abbott Interplanetary, The Millennium Falcon. In the 80s, this was good enough for like 7 movies.
The bleeps. The sweeps. And the creeps.
The Prince Who Was Promised a Nap,
One shall suck,
one shall fall. And what studies show is the 3rd most common password on the internet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the stupidest combination I ever heard in my life.
The Princess Bribe. Oh look, in a ridiculous satire universe, they made 14 Rocky movies. Only 5 left to go, reality. I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. Punishments will continue until morale improves. A real human being and a real hero. Do you like my shirt? It's made of boyfriend material.